The Silent Partner, Geology in D-Day. Welcome to our channel. Today, we embark on a journey back in time to the beaches of Normandy, where the fate of the world hung in the balance. We often hear of the bravery of the soldiers, the might of the warships, but behind this grand stage of war, a silent partner played a crucial role: geology. The very earth beneath the battlefield, often unnoticed, held the key to success or failure. Today, we delve into the fascinating and often overlooked role of geologists in the D-Day landings during World War II. Stay tuned to discover how their expertise helped shape one of the most significant military operations in history. Reading the beach's terrain analysis. Picture this: the vast expanse of the English Channel, churning with anticipation. On the other side, the beaches of Normandy, heavily fortified and awaiting the Allied invasion. But before a single soldier could set foot on those sands, a different kind of reconnaissance was underway. Geologists, armed with their knowledge of the Earth, were tasked with analyzing the very ground on which the battle would be fought, their mission to determine the most suitable landing sites. Meticulously, they studied aerial photographs, scrutinizing the coastal terrain. Each beach presented its own unique challenges: the slope of the beaches, the composition of the sand, the presence of rocky outcrops. All these factors would influence the ease with which troops and equipment could be landed. The ideal beach needed to offer firm footing for landing craft, yet be soft enough to allow for the digging of trenches. Too steep a gradient, and vehicles would struggle to advance inland. Too many obstacles, and the troops would be vulnerable to enemy fire. The geologists' analysis went beyond simply identifying suitable landing areas. They needed to understand how the terrain would affect the movement of troops and vehicles once the battle commenced. Their insights would prove crucial in determining the success of the entire operation. The weight of war soil composition. The success of D-Day hinged not only on strategic brilliance but also on the seemingly mundane: the soil beneath the battleground. The weight of tanks, the churning treads of armored vehicles, all would be impacted by the ground's ability to bear their load. Geologists, with their deep understanding of soil mechanics, played a crucial role in assessing this critical factor. They analyzed soil samples, scrutinizing their composition and strength. Would the soil compact under pressure, bogging down heavy machinery? Or would it provide the necessary support for a relentless advance? Their analysis went beyond mere observation. Laboratory tests were conducted, simulating the pressure exerted by tanks and other vehicles. The fate of entire divisions could rest on whether the soil would hold or crumble beneath their weight. The geologists' findings were translated into practical advice for military planners. Landing zones were chosen not just for their strategic location, but also for their soil-bearing capacity. This meticulous attention to detail, this understanding of the Earth's hidden properties, would prove vital in the days to come. Tides of war. Timing the landings. The English Channel, a seemingly endless expanse of water, held yet another challenge for the Allied forces: the relentless rhythm of the tides. Timing the landings to coincide with favorable tidal conditions was paramount to success. Enter the geologists, whose expertise extended beyond the solid earth to the dynamic forces of the sea. They studied tidal charts, analyzing the ebb and flow of the water with meticulous precision. The ideal time for landing would be low tide, exposing a wider stretch of beach and reducing the distance troops would be exposed to enemy fire. But the sea, like war, is rarely predictable. The geologists had to factor in wave patterns, storm surges, and other variables that could disrupt the delicate balance of the tides. Their recommendations would determine not only the timing of the landings, but also the very survival of the men who would storm the beaches. The fate of the invasion force hung on their ability to predict the ocean's temperament. Could they find that narrow window of opportunity when the tides would favor the Allied advance? The answer lay in their understanding of the sea's ancient rhythms. Chapter 4. The Normandy coastline, while seemingly idyllic, held a hidden menace, a network of natural defenses and obstacles that could spell disaster for the invading forces. It was the geologist's task to identify and map these potential hazards, providing crucial intelligence to the Allied commanders. Towering cliffs, overlooking the beaches, offered enemy forces commanding views and the opportunity to rain down fire on the advancing troops. Dense hedgerows, crisscrossing the landscape, could conceal enemy positions and impede the movement of tanks. And then there were the rivers, cutting through the terrain, posing challenges for troop movement and supply lines. The geologists meticulously studied aerial photographs, identifying these natural features and assessing their potential impact on the landings. Their findings were translated into detailed maps, highlighting areas of vulnerability and potential choke points. This information would prove vital for military planners, allowing them to anticipate enemy movements and devise strategies to overcome these natural obstacles. The battle for Normandy would be won not just on the beaches, but in the fields and hedgerows beyond. The geologists, by providing a comprehensive understanding of the terrain, played a crucial role in ensuring the Allied forces were prepared for the challenges that awaited them. Chapter 5. Echoes of the Past, Historical Geology. The D-Day landings were not the first time armies had clashed on the shores of France. The region bore the scars of past conflicts, whispers of battles fought, and lessons learned. And who better to decipher these echoes of the past than the geologists, those students of the Earth's long and tumultuous history? Many of the geologists assigned to the D-Day operation possessed a deep understanding of the region's military past. They had studied historical accounts of previous invasions, analyzing the successes and failures of various landing strategies. They knew how the tides and currents had played a role in past conflicts, how the terrain had shaped the course of battles. This historical knowledge proved invaluable in planning the D-Day invasion. The geologists were able to advise military strategists on the potential pitfalls of certain approaches, drawing on lessons learned from past campaigns. Their insights helped to refine the Allied plans, ensuring that the mistakes of the past would not be repeated. The beaches of Normandy held not only the promise of victory, but also the weight of history. The geologists, by unearthing the lessons of the past, helped to tip the scales in favor of the Allied forces. Chapter 6. Mapping the Unknown, Reconnaissance and Intelligence. As the date for the D-Day landings approached, the need for accurate and up-to-date intelligence became paramount. The fate of the invasion force rested on having a clear understanding of the enemy's defenses, the lay of the land, and the potential obstacles that lay ahead. And it was the geologists who played a vital role in gathering this crucial information. Working in secrecy, geologists were dispatched on clandestine missions to the Normandy coastline. Disguised as fishermen or tourists, they risked their lives to gather first-hand intelligence on the beaches and surrounding areas. They took soil samples, measured beach gradients, and observed enemy activity, all while evading the watchful eyes of German patrols. Their observations were meticulously recorded and relayed back to Allied headquarters, where they were used to refine the invasion plans. The geologists' reports provided crucial insights into the strength and disposition of enemy defenses, the suitability of landing sites, and the potential challenges that lay ahead. These brave individuals, armed with their knowledge of the Earth and their unwavering courage, provided the eyes and ears of the invasion force. Their contributions, often overlooked in the annals of war, were instrumental in ensuring the success of D-Day. Chapter 7. Bridging the Divide, Collaboration and Integration. The success of D-Day relied not only on the individual contributions of geologists, but also on their ability to effectively communicate their findings to the military commanders who would lead the invasion. This collaboration between scientists and soldiers was crucial in translating geological knowledge into actionable intelligence. Geologists worked closely with military planners, briefing them on the terrain, soil conditions, and other factors that could impact the landings. They participated in war games and simulations, helping to refine the invasion plans and anticipate potential challenges. Their expertise was sought after and valued, as military commanders recognized the importance of understanding the battlefield from a geological perspective. This collaboration extended beyond the planning stages. During the landings themselves, geologists were embedded with assault troops, providing on-the-ground assessments of the terrain and advising commanders on the best routes of advance. Their ability to interpret the landscape and anticipate potential hazards proved invaluable in the heat of battle. The D-Day landings were a testament to the power of collaboration, a shining example of what can be achieved when different disciplines come together in pursuit of a common goal. The geologists, by bridging the divide between science and the military, played a vital role in securing Allied victory. Outro: The Earth Remembers Legacy of D-Day Geology. As we reflect upon the sacrifices made on those fateful days in June 1944, let us not forget the silent partner that played a crucial role in securing victory. The geologists, armed with their knowledge of the Earth, helped to shape the course of history. Their contributions, often hidden beneath the surface, were no less significant than the bravery of the soldiers who stormed the beaches. They remind us that victory in war depends not only on military might, but also on understanding the very ground on which we fight. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights. Comment below on which aspect of the geologist's work you found most surprising.